Hi friends, welcome back to the channel. I'm Laurie. Lately I know many of us have been carrying a lot on our hearts. We look around at the world, at grocery prices, at gas prices, the levels of exhaustion and loneliness, at families who are really trying to hold everything together. And we think, what can I do? How can I help? So many people are hurting right now. Well, I recently started volunteering with an organization that matches volunteers who cook with someone who's going through a difficult season of life. And I wanted to share my experience with you because maybe there are others out there wondering the same thing I was. How can one ordinary person make any difference at all? I just received my match for this week, and I'm outside the grocery store right now. I wanted to make sure that the family I'm serving this week didn't have any dietary restrictions or any food allergies before I start shopping for the ingredients for this week's meal. If you are curious to know more about this organization, I'll tell you about it in today's video. But for now, let's get to shopping. In today's grocery run, I'm picking up ingredients to make a large lasagna for a family of 3. My goal is not only to give them a break for tonight's meal, but to provide enough food to stretch this one meal into 2 or 3 additional meals, to help extend their food budget for the month and also to provide some relief from multiple nights of cooking. The organization I volunteer with only requests that I provide 1 lasagna for the recipient I'm matched with, but I like to add a salad and some garlic bread to bring some extra comfort. It's allowed, but certainly not required. I volunteer with a nonprofit called Lasagna Love. You can visit their website at lasagnalove.org to learn more about them. They were founded during the pandemic to help neighbors take care of each other during a season of tremendous stress. But the organization continues to flourish today. I am just one of 80,000 volunteers in 4 countries that participate. You can check them out in the United States, in the UK, in Canada, and Australia. You can sign up on the website to make a lasagna for a family that lives near you that has requested one. As the lasagna maker, you decide how frequently you want to serve, how many lasagnas you want to make, and how far you're willing to travel to deliver them. For me, I've signed up to serve 1 family every week, and I said I'm willing to travel 25 miles to deliver them. You can also visit that same website to request a lasagna or to nominate someone to receive one. I love that there are no strict requirements for the recipients. There are a million reasons why someone might appreciate having someone help put a meal on their table. My recipient today is a family of 3, 2 adults and 1 child. Someone in the family has recently suffered a stroke, so they would appreciate help in preparing tonight's dinner. Last week, I served a multi-generational family with 2 grandparents, a mom and her young son. As many of us can relate, the mom is in the sandwich generation, taking care of her elderly parents and actively parenting her son. She needed a break from cooking, and it made me feel good to provide all of them with nourishment and a night off for a mom who is burning the candle at both ends. I live on the outskirts of a large metropolitan city, so most of my deliveries have been to rural areas. And that makes me feel even better because I know rural communities don't have as many resources to support families in need. If you don't find Lasagna Love in your community, you can also donate online through their website to help support their mission. I'll leave the link in the description box if you'd like to check it out for yourself or for someone you know. I personally love to cook, and my love language is acts of service, so it makes my heart happy knowing I'm providing kindness and comfort during a difficult season of someone's life. What I've discovered throughout this experience is that a homemade meal can mean so much more than food. One recipient said that the lasagna they received was like a hug they desperately needed. I've gotten to know many of you who've left such nice comments on my past videos, and I thought many of you might feel like I did, seeing so much pain around me and not knowing how to help. My daughter, who lives on the East Coast, she loves to cook like I do, and she also has a heart to serve. She told me about this organization, and within a few days, we were both baking lasagnas for people in our separate communities. Lasagna is one of those universally appealing dinners and the ultimate in comfort foods. When I think of lasagna, I think of potluck dinners, gathering with family and friends, and enjoying each other's company. It's one of those crowd pleasers that cross multiple generations. It's filling, flavorful, and can be flexible. Both of my daughters are allergic to gluten, so if I'm preparing a lasagna for a family with dietary restrictions or food allergies, I am super careful to source different ingredients for the families I'm serving. That information is included each week when I receive my assignment. If you also are comfortable preparing meals for people with dietary restrictions, please do consider volunteering because there are fewer volunteers willing to adapt to these needs. So, as I understand it, many recipients with dietary restrictions have to wait much longer to be served. Last week, I also made a lasagna for my daughter who lives here in town, and my grocery store doesn't have gluten-free lasagna pasta, so I had to order a few boxes from Amazon to keep on hand. I asked her to let me know if they held up okay in the dish, and she said they were great, so I'll keep those handy for the next family I serve that needs to avoid gluten. The family I'm cooking for tonight doesn't have any food restrictions, so I'm just going to make a recipe I found online called The World's Best Lasagna. It claims the secret is using crushed tomatoes, tomato sauce, and tomato paste instead of marinara or pasta sauce in a jar. Since I do this once a week, I try to buy my ingredients when they're on sale and stock up. I'm just going to box up the lasagna so it travels well, and then we'll put the cold salad and the garlic bread in a separate location so it doesn't get wilted. I just dropped off the meal and had a lovely conversation with the recipient. Before her stroke, she used to make lasagnas for members of her church when they were in need. I thought that was a beautiful full circle moment. Now I can help her out in her time of need. Life is asking a lot of all of us right now. If you're able to be the light during someone else's dark season, this is a great way to help. If you are in that dark season, please know there are people out here who care about you. I'm sending love to anyone who's struggling. Please remember this is just a season. Give yourself space and give yourself grace. The world feels hard, heavy right now. And this is one small human way people can care for one another. Thanks for being here this week. I'll see you in the next one.